All right, ladies, this is for you. To whom a husband is given, cutting off your emergency dudes is required. What's an emergency dude? An emergency dude is simply, that one friend that you got that works on cars that you call only when your car breaks down, or the other friend who, financially is in a good position that you call him when money gets tight. Or the other guy who, he's real, he's tapped into his emotions and he doesn't mind sharing with you and you sharing with him, so he's a good shoulder to cry on. Yeah, that's three different men, and you say that you desire a husband. You got to create the space necessary in order to obtain this particular type of man. You can't have reserves on the side at your disposal when you need them, and then you get mad when you finally meet a good guy and he has a couple reserves on the side. That one chick that he calls when he just need to get that monkey off his back, or the other woman that can cook really good just like his mom, or the other chick who supports him and pushes him, and then he has you. Okay, so what role do you play in that man's life? Same thing to be asked about you. What role would that man play in your life? Because at the end of the day, you haven't created the space to obtain the kind of man that you so desire, that you scream to me and tell me that you want. Because you got to create the space in the room in order to obtain this kind of guy. You want. If you walk into a relationship and you got reserves on the side that you only talk to every blue moon, I've heard that so many times. Well, what if he talked to her every blue moon? How would you feel? How would you feel if when you weren't available or you were working late and he needed someone to talk to, he called that supportive friend who always gave him an encouraging word? How would you feel that he wasn't patient enough to wait on you? That would make you feel some kind of way, right? Well, guess what? Men have the same type of feeling and emotion. And the law of attraction says you reap what you sow. So if you're out there, got an every blue moon kind of roster, then guess what? You probably reap an every blue moon kind of guy. The guy that has you and he spends time with you, you guys go out, but you're not the only one. Ladies, don't keep putting the blame on these men. There's some good guys out here, and okay, the truth of the matter is we're all products of our past, which is that's fine. Everybody has some healing to do to some capacity. But when I hear women, saying there's no good men, but I talk to you all day. 90% of my clients are women. So when I do chat with you guys, and you're like, well, I only call him every blue moon, but then you're mad at your quote unquote main guy who's not emotionally available to you. He's giving you about as much as you're giving to him in return. So for all this screaming and crying and praying and going to your church and laying out on the altar and waiting for your Boaz, man, please put that to bed. Make some room for the guy that you want, and he will come. Clear out space. Yes, you'll have some lonely nights. Yeah, you'll be sitting there when I send out a cuddle alert. Yeah, it'll make you feel some kind of way, like, man, I don't have nobody. Well, let me just do this in the meantime. Yeah, those in the meantime situations come back to bite you in the butt, because when God decides to bless you with that particular one and you haven't created the space for him, then he's not going to stick around for a long time. So, ladies, create the space. Look at your temptation list. Look at it. Check it twice. The guy that you want is right there on that piece of paper. The guy that you want, but you got to create room for him in order for him to come down and come into your life and sit comfortably. He's not going to want to compete with other men that he don't even know that exist. Just like you don't even know about the chicks that exist in his life. So stop pointing the finger at no good men out there. There are a bunch of them, because you're not all squeaky clean yourself. I'm just saying. This is your life coach. I see you around.